Yeah, it really sucks, right? What time is it for me? 8:23. 20. Let's do 24. It's probably closer to 24 now. Nah, 23. It is 8:23 p.m. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. Whoa. Yeah, see, that's the sort of shit I'm talking about. So before I started the stream, I booted up the game to make sure everything worked okay and make sure it was, captured on OBS, and it had me set the time. So I, yeah, it took note that I booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. That's what I do if I boot up my Sega Saturn. You know, if it's asking for the time because the battery's dead in the Sega Saturn, I'll just be like, boo, 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 because it's not going to save it anyway. But that's like a battery thing because it's like futile for the most part. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I do care about this experience. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. That's not true. I believe this game could have the capabilities. You know, I'm playing it on the computer. Yeah, I'm sure it could very much read files and activation times based on the computer and if it's connected to the internet, so. But tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now. I'm half tempted to make the time 4:20. There's no way in hell that if I set the time to 4:20 that it's not going to have some fucking like 4:20 joke dialogue. There's like no fucking way. Also, I just noticed something. You see how I have the screen here, right? And then it's over here, and then you can see my screen on this computer screen back here, right? You see this? It's just like a little mirror effect. You can see my little mouse. This is a widescreen format. So then on this tiny little like 4x3 or whatever the fuck it is, everything's all like squished together, including the computer. See how squished the computer is? So then it's squished, and then it's over here in this screen. It's extra squished. So it's getting more and more squished. Kind of weird. Anyway, begin the game. Ever the end, ever this end, ever what?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Stanley is a tool? That's fucked up, man. He's a human being. I'm a human being. I got no feet. Happy Poop is older than I am. The only thing about you that's 16 years old is probably the shoes you wear. Oh, it actually makes a clicky noise? Oh. It's making the noise. Does it say hate Mondays? I hate Mondays. Garfield Cup.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Am I a businessman in this game? Hardly. You're actually a guy named Battle Athlete who's a streamer and has mental issues. Oh, I shut it off. That's cool. Can I shut off all the computers? Is there any other computers that were on in here? Can I run? Oh, here we go. Hey, I can shut off the computers. Can I can't boot them back on, can I? Is this based on the dying company you work for? Yeah, dude, you can tell you're in some fucking old boomer-ass company that's hanging on by its fucking... by its last dollar by looking at this right here. You see this desk? These desks are like from the fucking 70s, 80s. They're all scratched up. They haven't been painted in years. Holy shit, dude. It reminds me when I used to work for my grandfather. He has a scuba shop, and like he has like really old desks that look like this, just like this paint's all scratched up and scuffed, like because they're like work benches that have been around for like 30-40 years. Yeah, it's like little details like that. I'm like, holy shit. Or maybe even like schools have really old desks like this for like teachers and shit. The old school cubicles where they're just like, whatever, the table still works, fuck you. Is there any other computers to shut off? I want to shut off all the computers. No more internet. Here we go. Boo boo. Do any of these open? I didn't check these other doors, did I?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Well, fuck you. You didn't get it because you thought it only had one ending originally? Damn, Stanley Parable's whole thing is it's got like a crazy amount of endings. I recommend you guys play this game. And it does, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much if you watch me play, because there's so many different outcomes and decisions to make. What you get is going to be like completely different than me, and honestly finding all the endings is like a joy in itself. And like all the different outcomes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left? I enter the door on my left, or do I go to the right? What say you, chat? Left or right? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? What would you like, chat? Narrator said I went left. Do I go right? Which is 2? Do I go left? Which is 1? You tell me. What do you want me to do? What is it you desire, chat? Check the doors. I already did. They're open. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Back the way you came? Can I? Nope, I can't. Try the middle. You're a bunch of fucking trolls, chat. Does it close behind me? Yeah. Sorry, too late, Oni. Get fucked.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Meeting room. Meeting schedule. Weekly targets. Marketing Mondays. Which employee am I again? 427? 451's private time. There's got to be so many different Easter eggs and like little references in this. Termination Tuesdays. It's weird how this is laid out too. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Not cost efficient. Standardized graphs. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Ongoing. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergy guy. Employee 417. I forgot which number I am. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. There's some in the text. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Oh, I get it. They're all templates. I feel like that's not even ironic. I feel like that was something that somebody showed an employee and they took that with them. And then put it in the game. Charts and slides. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graph per slide. There's so much like crazy information here. I'm just gonna move along. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Wait, wasn't somebody supposed to be stuck in the broom closet?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
They said somebody was stuck in the broom closet. Maybe there's like something to find here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I want to hear your commentary. You have such a problem with me being in here. That's what it is.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck? FA stands for...
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
FA stands for fuck all, I believe. He's like, you're sitting in the broom closet doing FA, fuck all. Like nothing. I guess that's it. Yeah, I kind of want to see what happens if I just stay in here even longer. Will he just get pissed off? I'm going to give it like another 30 seconds or a minute. Sweet FA. Sweet fuck all. Yo, what's up, Shanny? Alright, I think that's actually it.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
This is good. I think he's done. I think he's actually done with me. Okay. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is that my boss's office, or is it this one? Executive bathroom. Oh, shit. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Ooh, I'm a magazine. Oh, no reflective surfaces on this game? No mirrors? I'm gonna take a shit. Oh, I can just click with the mouse. Oh, that's way easier. What about over here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa. I was gonna type 420, but I was like, I think I'll play it straight this time. It's too dark. I was gonna be like 6969.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
The hype is building up in me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I'm trying to play the piano. I'm all out of ideas, chat. That's all I got. I'm trying to think of something else. I think that's all I got. Yeah, it's like hundreds of hours of voice lines. There's so many different outcomes in this game. Wait, can I leave? Hold on, I didn't even try. Oh, you can crouch. Yo, what's up, Val? How you doing? Yeah, let's try 8008. Sure. Boobs! Nah, no good.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I'm a genius. I'm the smartest man in the world. Oh, wow. I didn't have to watch the animation. It just...
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Dude, what if something different actually does pop up? That'd be fucking nutty, right? This area is super dark. Oh, God.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me.
But
Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
Whoa. That's what Amnitron looks like. He looks like that bird. Amnitron, thanks so much for the
I'm
resub,
ready.
man. 69.
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Amnitron, thanks again for the 69 months, dude. I hope you've been good. Thanks for the support, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
What a fucking smartass. Yeah, how you been, Amni? I hope you've been good, dude. You want to waste time going back and forth? We can waste time. Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing. He's like, oh yeah, you want to waste time?
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is, a breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
You know I gotta do it again. Is he gonna say something?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or did I? Oh, he's got nothing else to say? Okay. Right?
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you, which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here.
Whoa. Holy shit, it's not the office.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
You've been struggling to figure out what your Twitch password was for like a week? Oh, dude, I've been wondering. Yeah. I was like, I haven't seen Amni. I was like, does he hate me now? Everyone just hates me. World's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. How we did it. The pyramids. Live. The guy who went to Mars. Stanley reveals all in his new book. All eyes on Stanley. Live on stage. An evening with World Peace Baby. Stage door.
Yes, here it is, just through this door.
Stanley Parable Stanley, tonight, live, on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley. From the Stanley Parable, tonight, live on stage. I wish I could jump. I'm gonna hop that velvet rope. A Q&A with world's first sentient machine. Hey, what's up, object in space? It's kind of hitting the same note over and over again. I mean, I've been playing for like less than 20-30 minutes. And there's like over 100+ hours of dialogue and different outcomes and branching paths. So, like, it's fucking good. It's good, trust me. I played it when it was new in 2013 or whatever, and now they've added even more stuff and they've like upped the graphics and stuff. So, yeah, man, just hang out. I think you'll be surprised.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
My last name is Ryder. Stanley Ryder. You watch it be the boss's office again? An audience with the dude who came up with pizza. Look at all these bullshit fucking posters. These are great. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. Featured keynote speaker, the Lord meet and greet. Oh yeah, 42. Okay, I'm employee 427. Oh, there's a golf ball. It's on the other side of the curtain now. Congratulations, Sam. Remember where you came from. Your coworkers. Story. Stanley, me, Dad, age 6. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Break a leg champ, your boss. Break a leg champ, your boss. It says it twice. I love the way you ride elevators. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get him, Tiger. Stanley, my true love for you my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. I guess I haven't seen the apartment ending yet, so maybe that'll make sense later. Keep your eyes peeled for the apartment ending. Up again, down again. The Stanley Parable. Wait, why is that poster blank? Something about that bothers me. I just gotta like walk through here. Whoa! Wait, was that the speaker ending? Did we start over?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yep.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, here we go. All right, this time... awaiting input. Hold on. Wait, can I actually type something here? No, I can't. Wait a minute. It's gotta be like something. Oh, dude, there's totally a thing I can do here. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could type in the passcode, but my numbers don't do anything. There's totally a thing you can do here. I have no idea what it is, though. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, my keys don't do anything. Alright. Where do I go again? I'm lost. Where did I come from? Where did I go? Username access? Hey, see you later, Amnitron. Have an amazing day at IKEA. I miss you already, buddy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna shoot forward. I'm actually gonna do what he tells me to do. I was supposed to do that the first time, and I couldn't help but go off the course.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I already did the broom closet. That was pretty funny.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
You're like, I missed the broom closet ending. The broom closet... It wasn't really a broom closet ending. Because it didn't really end, but it was a whole lot of funny dialogue, so... Unless there is an ending there and I just didn't make the right choices, but I got a lot of funny dialogue from the broom closet.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh my god. Escape. I'm so tempted to go off the rails. I'm just gonna go straight. It's fine.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Can I shut it off? No, I can't. Oh, is the door closed? I can't go back this way anymore. All these desks? Oh, security camera?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Whoa, that one says fire. Do you see that? Can I zoom in? Yeah, that one says fired. Where's my number? 427? Which one am I again? 428? 437? I always forget. It's like 4 something. Which one am I? Oh, there's some cigarettes. One of these screens has to be me. I think it might have been 427. Yeah, I'm 427. See, there's my office. You can see my computer and everything. That's where the game starts.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It's very possible.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Everyone's offline. Whoa, can I go down here? What is this? Is there anything down here? Console disabled. Wait, what's this number over here? No idea what those are. Facility power. Oh, there's numbers all over this place. Mind control idle, awaiting input. Hold on, there's number 5. Alright, I found 1 and 2. 1, 2. Does this open? No. 1, 2. Now where's 3? I think I saw one up here on the stairs. Oh, I can't go there? Dude, it's so fucking dark. Aha! 3! Now where's 4? There's 5. 5. Oh, is it up there? How do I get up there? Maybe I should go inside the power facility first. Because I don't think I can get up there.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What the fuck?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Wow. What a fucking bitch,
all of
dude.
his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
I really
room.
thought I
Perhaps
was
he had
clever.
simply
I'm not
missed
gonna
a memo.
lie. Like, before that happened, I was like, oh, whoa. What? This was not here before. That's bait.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Yeah. Oh, God. I don't know. Fuck it. What the fuck?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
What's this? There's so much random shit. Like, why are these papers here?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Uh-huh.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I love how fucking meta this is.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
It's so fucking like meta in the way that it's like verbally speaking how like a lot of the gaming community thinks and reacts to like video games and content. They just sit there like, yeah, blew me away. Fucking, all right, what do you got? All right, my initial response to this, it's like, dude, you like, it's the new content is like you're like 2 minutes into it and it's just all this judgmental bullshit is happening. It's like really meta. Oh no.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Yeah, fucking hype. Waited 10 years for this shit. Let's go. Walk away with one jump left. Nah, this won't work. I want to see if it would say something if I left it with like literally one jump to go. Hey, what's up, Adams? My initial response. That's pretty good. What? Oh. I'm all out of jumps. I can't jump anymore. Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Get your first achievement unlocked. Unlocked my. I unlocked the achievement for locking my first achievement. I'm using them up. Oh, I was thinking how many I had left to jump. Oh my god, you're right. I can't jump anymore. Oh, that fucking sucks. Even outside the circle, I can't jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I wish I could jump. Oh my god, you're right. I couldn't jump before.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
God, I love how he's just unabashedly making fun of, like, the gaming community and a gamer mindset. It's fucking delicious. That's not the accurate time at all. It's not 11:25. It's 9:20. Idiot.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Wow, really? Whoa, hang on. Wait. This is different. This is not the same. Uh-oh, I think I've been baited. I think I've been baited. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to see.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Alright, I gotta see it. Okay, what? Coffee nut. This is the Dark Souls of walking simulators.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay. Sus. A cliff is venting. Uh-huh. Whoa. Okay, now this actually does kind of look like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. I was just making a joke. Holy shit.
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Damn, that's kind of fucked up and depressing. Because essentially he's saying the highlights of my life are based on the games that I've played. And then, like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad. But then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, fuck. That's like the highlight of a lot of my life, too. This shit might be getting a little too real for me. It's like, what are some of your happiest memories? You're like, oh, man, I sure did love playing this game for the first time. The memory zone. What is this? Little basket? Why is there a phone out here? A landline at that. Ah, 2013, when Stanley Parable was released. This is so good.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, the waste. Yeah, man, this like dive into the gamer mindset is kind of fucking, it's got me a little fucked up. Why is that? Hold on. What language is that? What language is that? It's the Stanley Parable is in English and the logo for Steam, but then like the rest of it looks like it's in a different language, but I don't know what it is. Anybody else know what that is? Is it Russian? I wanted to say Russian, but I really have no idea. Russian? Okay. What is this? Audience Award 2014 Independent Games Festival. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to Bruce Stanley Parable. They put tape over it. Oh my god, it's The Last of Us in the category of story for 2014. Is that true? Can somebody Google that real quick? Is that a real thing that happened? Tell me this is like legit. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Category of story in 2014. Did The Last of Us win that award? Please tell me that's like real. And then they fucking like just actually put it in the game, and then they were like nominated or something, but then they put like tape over it. It says Stanley Parable. God, I hope that's real. The Good Times. Oh, there's the one we did just a second ago. I don't know if somebody else is looking it up or not. Nobody said anything. I hope somebody looks it up because I really want to know. Stanley Parable postcards. Our First Kiss, My First Car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. Oh my god, I just realized all this shit looks like stuff you would buy at like Kohl's department store. You know? Where like middle-aged white moms are like spending their like rich husband's money and they have nothing else to do, so they buy like wicker furniture and other dumb shit made of wood. The original remake. The original remake. Firefox. Stanley Parable. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Stanley Parable had a demo, and the demo was actually, like, different than the main game. You could play the demo, and it was its own experience. I forgot about that. Yeah, you want to download the Stanley Parable and the demo, because, like, they're essentially two separate experiences. Smile because it happened. A trip down memory lane. Is that a CD? Bits of music from the Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable OST. They have a trailer that is just all the awards they were up for that The Last of Us won instead. There was like 5 of them. The Last of Us did get that award. The Last of Us won almost every category. Yeah, this one's for 2014. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to Stanley Parable. It says, I think it says Bruce Straley or something for The Last of Us. Maybe he was the writer of the story or something. Category of story. That's fucking delicious. Absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, this is the demo. What? Look, they put it on a big ass CRT monitor. It's not even a monitor, it's just like a living room television with a keyboard in front of it. Go outside. Don't play for 5 hours. Oh, man. Did I... Dude, hang on. Let me check something real quick. Achievements. Games. All games? Can I search? I want to see if I got all the achievements for the first Stanley Parable game. I don't know if I did. Let me see if I have it real quick. Hold on. I gotta know. Okay, here we go. Stanley Parable. I got 6 of the 10 achievements for Stanley Parable. Here, I'll put it up on the screen real quick. So this is the original Stanley Parable. 2013 release. Last time I played it was December of 2013. I got... No, seriously, we disabled it. You can't jump. Click on a door 430 times. I have no idea. It's just a whole bunch of 8s. I have no idea. I don't remember. Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. Welcome back. Quit the game and then start it again. Speed run. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes and 22 seconds, not including load times. Only 6% of people have this achievement. It couldn't have been that hard if my dumbass got it. What are some of these other ones? This is an achievement. 47. I guess I didn't go out of my way to do a lot of these achievements. Then again, I don't know. This one I might have. I mean, who clicks on one door? Unless they mean like click on any door an accumulative 430 times. Just trying to open doors. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. Holy shit, I need to get this right now. I haven't played for like 10 fucking years. All I gotta do is install this bad boy and then boot up the game. I got myself an achievement. You think I misread the achievement? Yeah, the Stanley Parable, like there's essentially 3 Stanley Parable games. So there's the Stanley Parable demo, which is, you know, it's not as large, obviously. It is a demo, but it's its own experience, which is right here. Then there's the Stanley Parable, like the full game, which came out in 2013. That's the one I'm looking at right now. And there's the one I'm currently playing, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. They're different games. So it takes the content from the first one and just expands upon it. So it's almost like its own fucking game because there's all these like new things. So it's like if you were going to play Stanley Parable, you could just play this one and then jump into this one. There's enough different content where it's like this is its own experience because it has all these different features. So technically, Like, they took the content from this, put it in here, and then added it to it with all kinds of new stuff. So, yeah. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Only 5.4% of players have it. Well, maybe you have to cheat to actually get this achievement. I don't know. I never looked into it. Commitment. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. 2.2 players have this. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. What is that, Wednesday? Damn, I fucked up. I should have done this yesterday. Yeah, dude. All right, so like next Tuesday, if you guys see me on Steam and I'm playing Stanley Parable all day on Tuesday, you'll know what's up. You're like, ah, he's going for that achievement. He's an achievement whore now. I gotta go and get these. All right, anyway, sorry. Good to know. Achievement unlocked. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside, don't play for... Oh, it's 5 years. I did read that wrong. I thought it said like 5 days or something. But yeah, that's the one I just read about, 5 years. Wait a second. These are grayed out. Wait a minute. Do you think these things would be highlighted and have color if I actually had the achievements for these? I gotta know. I'm getting so OCD about this shit. I gotta know. Oh, it looks like it's clicking door number 430 five times. Oh. Okay, that's a lot easier to do. I must have done that by accident. Yeah, okay. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I'm pretty sure these are going to be my old achievements. The two I don't even have unlocked. Wait a minute, there's some things up there. There's a computer up there. Nominee. Oh my god, it was nominated for a bunch of awards. It didn't even win. They had these nominees framed. Stanley Parable, Game Innovation, Debut Game, Story, New Video Game releasing today. That's great. Los Angeles Times, Stanley Parable deals tough choices. What is this? In loving memory, Little Stanley. Oh my god, I don't remember the context of this, but it just tickled a memory in my brain because it's been so long since I played the game. Little Stanley. Something about... Yeah, oh my god. Like, there was like a little hamster or little mouse or something and they named him Little Stanley or some shit. I forget. It's been so long, but... Oh man, I feel like I have amnesia and this game is just like resurfacing memories from 10 years ago. Oh, is that piano? Oh, I can't get to it.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur l'abri de l'eau, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour. C'est là, dans la mémorisation.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was referenced. Dude, I actually have to give respect that they actually went with James Sterling instead of using the dead name. I mean, extra points for that. It was Skyrim and Persona 3. Yeah, you gotta love those name drops. I didn't know the music was gonna stop, and I'm kind of upset I didn't get to hang out there and listen to that beautiful music for longer. I thought it would keep playing. I'm actually kind of upset. I want to keep listening to it. Wait, what does it say on here? I didn't even read it. Oh, it's Destructoid. Don't read any reviews except this one. How do you review a game like the Stanley Parable? To describe any one part of it is to risk its ruination. To detail what it has to say about game design, the illusion of choice, and the psychology of the gamer is to tell you too much. Comparisons, too, are going to be woefully inadequate. Perhaps its closest cousin would be Dear Esther, but where Dear Esther wastes the form of interactive entertainment, Stanley Parable uses and then subverts it. Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives, and then succeeds, to be every game ever created. Even so, holding the game to the standards of any other title, holding the game to the standards of any other title is simply not going to be correct. So how do you review what has become known as the Stanley Parable HD, the full-scale reimagining of one of the most intriguing mods available online? How do you discuss it, analyze it, and recommend it? That's quite simple. You don't. 10 out of 10. Flawless victory, games rated 10 are perfect, since nothing is, but they come as close as you could get in a given genre. The new must-have game in its sector. We're talking pure ecstasy. Check out more reviews. Where does it... is this the one that was done by Sterling? It doesn't say. I assume. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? That's a picture of Portal. That's not even Stanley Parable. Yeah, dude, I had a feeling. I was like, actually look at the pictures around here. You probably find some funny shit. Look, they're just like, they didn't think you'd notice. They're like, oh, Stanley Parable. It's a great game. In fact, I think that one might even be from Portal 1 with the gate and metal stairs. Could be wrong, though. Wait a minute. That's Minecraft. Oh, okay. All right. I know there's a lot of people that probably haven't played it or the original, so I'll just say that that's not Minecraft. Then again, wait, is this actually? Fuck, man, I don't know. I don't know. Memory zone maintenance. Yes, that's Portal 1. Well, that's not Minecraft, so this might not be Portal 1. That's all I'm gonna say. You are playing the Stanley Parable. You know what? Oh my god, I just realized what this whole atmosphere reminds me of. Did anybody else play on PlayStation 3 PS Home? PlayStation Home, where you could, like, go to different worlds and stand in line for like fucking games and get like t-shirts and buy like outfits for your character and all that dumb bullshit. You guys remember that? This looks like the homes and stuff that you could decorate. This looks like the PlayStation home you could decorate, like one of the default ones, and like hang up pictures and figures and stuff. Yeah, see, look, even these, like they had like action figures that you could unlock by doing achievements in PlayStation 3 games, and it would unlock figures you could like decorate your house with, like for Resident Evil 5 and stuff. Nice car. Yeah, PS3 did that, but everything took like 20 minutes to load. Like the load times were, even at the time, ridiculously long. It took forever to like load anything. Sometimes things would never fucking load. I don't even mean like games. I mean like objects, worlds, characters, everything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Wow. This is making my brain think. It didn't need new content. It just needed to collect dust in my memories and only exist in my memories as like a fond game. Wow, this has got me thinking about shit. Where the fuck do I go? Wait a minute. Preparing snake oil salesman routine? I feel like I should have replayed the first game, because a lot of these are like buried memories. I can't hop over this. I can't get over there. I guess I gotta go back. Oh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh, it's open.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh no.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no. Really? No way. Oh no. I can't wait. Oh, the shitty troll reviews. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. Oh, I remember some of the negative things people had to say. This is gonna be great.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
This is so great, man. I fucking love this shit. Look, there's a good one hidden behind here. I can't read it though. There's a thumbs up. Say good things about the game. Oh, check the other review to the right. I can't. It's not. Oh, is it too late? It got cucked. Yeah, dude, I saw it after I walked in. Ah, unfunny. Guess we're gonna go this way. Unfunny. Shock, are you on something there? Wait, am I? Was I standing on a review? No. Sorry. Damn, I'm really upset I didn't see the good one hidden behind it. I wonder if that Steam user that wrote that shitty review is still around and now he sees his fucking shitty review. Not recommended. They probably had to ask him for permission or something, right? Maybe not. Oh, here we go.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
As sterling. I see what you did there. Clever. That's really unsettling. Oh, yeah, there's essentially just nothing but, like, cargo containers filled with, like, Steam reviews, because anybody and their dog can literally write a fucking Steam review, essentially meaning that they don't have to have as much value as you give them, right? Because they're just, like, there's a shit ton of them. Well, there's one in the water. I don't think I can go that way. I think I have to go over here.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oop.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this.
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
I do
blah,
have to
blah,
hit
blah,
it.
blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no,
I
until
have to hit it. It looped.
245.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Yep.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Oh, fuck.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks? I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through...
I can't see.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took...
Is he dead? Uh-oh. I think I killed him. I think he's dead. What he was describing about being in like the same room for over a year with nobody to talk to. I mean, isn't that essentially what COVID quarantining was? Everybody being stuck at home, going absolutely insane, not touching grass. Oh my god, the fire alarm. The clock fell. Oh, it's so loud. Oh, hang on. Can I take the ladder over there and change up the battery? Oh my god, holy shit. You want to talk about losing your fucking mind. Oh god. I couldn't handle a single day being in a room like this with just a fire alarm that needs a new battery just beeping like that in the background. I would actually fucking tear my eyes out.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves.
Fuck.
We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression.
Oh my
and
God.
so because of this, We require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, "Entertain us." It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, "He's talking too much," they said. "First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world." As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, "Oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it." And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's looping now.
Yes. It seems
Dude, holy
that this
shit,
is
that
now
was
the
so
world we
real.
live in. It seems that we are a people living in such...
Good Lord. That rant was absolutely incredible. It finally looped, but I was enthralled the entire time. I was like, holy shit, he's getting fucking too real. Like, I can't reach him anymore. I can stare at him through the glass window, and I can comprehend him, but I can no longer follow. Do you know what I mean? Like, that shit got way too fucking deep. Fuck. Talking about the human conditioning and looking inward and being entertained so you're not forced to face like your inner self and like these deep inner thoughts and all the self-loathing and hatred, and like without entertainment now you can't function, and just like all this fucking crazy shit. I'm like, oh fuck man, I just wanted to play a video game. I didn't want you to hit me with all this fucking therapy. Oh my god. That shit had me fucked up for a second. That's why I didn't say a word for like 10 minutes. I was like, man, you got me fucked. Anyway. Yo, what's up, Wasabi? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm alright. I was just like, I didn't want to say shit. I was just listening, dude. I didn't want to say anything. I was just taking all that in. That was fucking amazing.
The end is never the end, 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 is.
Oh, there's a leak over there. Let's go check it out. Had some synth. Yeah, someone put a beat to that. Holy shit. It's never the end. It's never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. And then put some synth. Turn it into some lo-fi hip-hop. For real. Oh, Jesus. I hear wind. Is there an opening now? Oh. Oh, dude, that's so funny. You want to talk about the human conditioning? I see the whole wall and gate and everything's been torn down, and I still mentally was like, gotta go around the gate. Oh, man, this game has me fucked up. This game has me so fucked up. Wow. Oh, wait, you can't go over this way. The ladder's blocking it. The system is down. Oh, shit, you just made a huge reference to, like, the fucking late 90s, early 2000s. The system is down. What was that, Strong Bad? The system is down. Yeah, I hear wind, but there's nowhere for me to go still. Light! I'm still trying to go around the gate. Dude, I wonder how much time's gone by. I bet you it's been like at least a decade, maybe decades. Nowhere to go still. I probably have to just keep clicking the button until I can fucking go somewhere. Nature. Earth is reclaiming. Nature is taking back over. It's the apocalypse. This is starting to look like Nier Automata. Or Enslaved. It's been a while since I've seen the sun. The planet is healing now that everybody's quarantining. Turns out Stanley was the virus after all. Oh, we the virus. Oh no. What the fuck? Oh, it's the button. Is it nighttime? Hello? Dude, that makes me so uncomfortable. Dude, if there's a jump scare here, I'm gonna actually shit my pants. Fuck this, I'm out. The button! Freedom. Does the button not work anymore? Come on, button. Is it actually broken? Why is... There should be a hole here. There should be light coming through here. Yeah, it looks like it's broken. Oh my god, it's so bright. What the fuck? I can't jump. What? Oh my god. I got like a Fist of the North Star ending. Good lord. What a fucking ending. There was literally nothing. Just an endless desert to die because the skip button stopped working.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Ass, titties, ass and titties. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? Oh, I gotta go to a different door. June 8-Bit, thank you so much for the tier 3 resub. Thank you for 15 months and for being tier 3. I hope you know how much I appreciate that. Thanks for always coming back every month and showing that extra love. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What was it, 417? You said 417, right? Well, here we go.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Four, 3, 7. Four, 3, 7. Where's 4, 3, 7? There we go.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. 415. Whoa! The new content has a giant neon sign! Oh, 415. Oh, look, it even has a sound. Listen. Is this in VR? I want to feel the most immersion of someone condescendingly telling me what to do. I don't know, actually. Does it? Dude, it should. I don't think it would be too hard. All you have to do is like, you know, you have to take the screen of the gameplay, put it like in each eye for the VR headset, and then just give control to move around to your VR controllers. You know, it's not like you would have to have like interactivity with your hands. It should be extremely easy to implement. If the developers don't do it themselves, then I imagine like a modder could easily do it. I mean, they did it with Alien Isolation, and that game had no intention to use VR. So, yeah, that would be a really cool way to play this game, not gonna lie. I would actually replay this game again in VR.
Now, back to door number 437.
437, you got it. 437. 437. Oh, there's 420. Nice. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Fuck.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
417.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419. Oh, here we go. How? I can't jump. I can't. How do I get up here?
Yes!
Oh, I did
This
it.
is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Where's 16? Where's 16? Where's 416? 25. It's 420. What the fuck is 416? Is there a fucking 416? Is this guy bullshitting me? You got it. I don't see a 416. Am I being fucking trolled? This motherfucker trolling me? There's 15. Look in the window. For B6. 456. Well, hold on. There's an input over here. Oh, wait. That was there from before, right? I don't see a 416. I think I'm being fucked with. Dude, what? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I don't think any of these... Is he fucking? He's got to be fucking with me. There is no... It started with 430, didn't it? Yeah, I can't jump. Nah, new content is not 416. Dude, I'm being fucked with super hard. There is no 416. What if I go through here?
When Stanley came to a set
Oh,
of two
shit.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The fuck I did.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fuck.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
He sounds so sure of himself. Oh, man. Can I even go back up? Oh, my God. The elevator is closed.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
What? Oh.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, Lord.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
It's like he's reading the wiki. Or he's like he's like checking the guide. He's like, let's see. First you make a left, then you make another right, and then you go straight when he tells you go right. Oh, shit.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
What if I did the same shit?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Oh my God. Bro. You were right. You fucking called it. I was like, no. You're like, maybe 416 is the new content. I'm like, no. Oh my fucking God. New content. Alright. Oh wait, maybe it'll let me continue from there. What happens if I click on 416? Will it continue the dialogue from before, or did we reset? I don't know. I think we're on a different path.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh my... Well, I can't even go that way. There's a bunch of chairs in the way. I'll let you decide, chat. Door number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I can't fucking jump, god damn it.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
All the doors were connected. The illusion of choice. They were all connected.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Wait a minute.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, we're in a loop. We're in a loop. Or not. What the fuck?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Yay!
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
This should be good. Wait. Journalist
no, I'm
mode?
done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Ah, okay. Follow the line, chat. Journalist mode. Follow the line. Push the direction. Hold the player's hand. B4.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, God, it's loud.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
All right. Taking a strong mental note of this fern. I gotta sneeze. And it's gone.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Oh, fuck.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, now it's going that way? This is where it started, right? The Adventure Line. Oh, wow.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Wow, another adventure line?
You know what, Stanley?
Oh, shit.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Hey, what's up, Kaz? The subtitles actually say line TM. Really? Oh, I'm actually kind of upset I missed that. Adventure line TM. It's a fern with tits. A fish.
Now,
A
yes,
fish with
this
tits.
is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Big fat anime titties, the adventure.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge it TM. Why did it say TM on the don't acknowledge it TM? Adventure line TM makes sense, but... Well, there goes the adventure line, I guess.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Which restart are we
Okay.
on?
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Fuck, that scared me. It was so loud. Yeah, I started to notice at the beginning of the board, that's where it said find the confusion schedule.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's papers everywhere. New content?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yo, that song was a banger though, for real. I'm gonna look that up later. I was waiting for the saxophone to come in and like really turn up the sexy vibes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, I'm gonna stay on course this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I wonder which employee was fired. Oh, shit. Like which number it was.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
104.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, it was 104.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wait, I'd hate to be that guy. Wait, what's my employee number again? Yeah, did you guys notice that in that room they still had that same ledge that I went to earlier?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Wow. This game's a little too heavy.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Achievement unlocked. Beat the game! Yay! I got the default ending. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Wait, can I actually get
Click
to
a door 5
416?
times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I want to see if I click on the new content door, because that's supposed to be
I
16.
have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'm gonna get it this time.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where's 417 again? Found you.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437, 437, 437, 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, back to door number 437.
You got it.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Yeah.
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Uh-oh. That's the new content door. Does it still count? It doesn't count.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
It won't let me click on the door. 416 doesn't exist anymore. Well, fuck. Well. Do it after new content? Should I do new content again? I've already gone through here once before, but let's see what happens. Wait, go back. Too late. Turn around. Turn around what?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable.
What?
And about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Are you kidding me?
The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa. Okay, this is different. I thought it was gonna be the same. This game has me fucked up.
Isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The end is never the end. Again. 427. Oh, I get it, because I'm employee 427. The Stanley Parable 2. That's actually a pretty clever promotional poster. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good. Testing 2 printers at the same time.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2 Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Taste the sequel. TVA 23 do X 2 what? Post-it notes. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Building castles in the sky. Just the two. Why do they have Will Smith lyrics on here? See, this is why I take my time and look around. Like, you'll just find the most random fucking shit. Why? That was Will Smith, wasn't it? Singing to his son Jaden before his son got all fucking weird when his son was like a baby. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Was it Will Smith or was it somebody else? I thought it was Will Smith. Yeah, I'm pretty confident it was Will Smith. Maybe I'm wrong. This is a Bill Withers Grover song? It was someone else? Who sings the song Just the Two of Us? Oh my god. I thought there was... No, there was an updated version of it. Who covered Just the Two of Us? Yeah. Hold on. There was like... Ah, see? I was right. You motherfuckers. You guys just Googled it, and then the first thing that pops up is Bill Withers or whatever. In 2009, Will Smith did a cover of Just the Two of Us. See? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Fucking ads. Woo! Yeah, it's here. I looked it up. I'm right. You had me fucked up, chat. That doesn't make it a Will Smith song? Yeah, but, you know, did you ever think that also, maybe, fuck you? And maybe I'm right. I mean, that's sort of like when, Johnny Cash did his cover of Hurt. Or there's been, there's been, 3 or 4 renditions of Hurt or, The Man Who Sold the World. You know? You're like, that's a Nirvana song. I mean, yeah. It's like, oh, that's 9 Inch Nails. That's Johnny Cash. Hey, what's up, Markells? Not everyone knows that. Well, I don't expect everyone in the chat to also know the original singer of that song. They just Googled it and they're like, that's the first thing that comes up. And they're like, you're wrong, streamer.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Number 2 chat. Stanley Parable with Twitch chat support. I swear if they start referencing streamers or some shit, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Valued investors, this way to the show floor. Ooh. Fancy. New features. Oh, there's a rope. Can I not go inside the bus? I really want to go in the bus. Okay, well. That, let me know. Drift. Whoa.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Exclusive. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. No fucking way. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
This isn't gonna work. What do you is it gonna be like battle_athlete? The button that says it's gonna say player or something. I bet you it's gonna be like a cop-out.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
My
If
grandfather's
so, then
name is
please
Jim.
Step forward and press the button.
That's my grandfather's name. Dude, how mentally fucked up would you be if your name was actually Jim playing this right now? Like, if I went up and pushed the button and it was like, Cliff, I'd have been like, what the fuck? And it's like, alright, it just says anybody. But, you know, just pretend that you're Cliff. I'm like, that's not hard to do. You got me fucked up, game.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the
That was the
only
third
new
time.
feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Hey, what's up, Sungats?
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose
Jim.
all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
You took my Jim button away. Earthworm Jim. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I know an earthworm, Jim. I get it. Earthworm Jim. Because of the video game Earthworm Jim. Yeah, I don't want to picture life as my grandfather. That's fucking weird. That's like really weird. You did. You deserved every one
I
of those.
suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
What the
that
fuck?
would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Look. Why is this 1 to like clip art?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, I don't want to do that yet. A whole new office. Please, no screenshots. The baby is all grown up. Oh my god! I remember this was one of the weirdest endings in the original game. It was like... Oh man, yeah, you fucked around and there was like a button and all this weird weird mental testing shit, and there was like a baby, and you could like make the baby cry or some other shit. Oh my god. The new updated ray traced more of the same, but in a good way, sequel to the ray tracing in Stanley Parable. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. New features, new content, new ideas. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Jump circle. Infinite hole. That sounds like Portal. Merch! Oh man, I'm gonna get me some Portal 2 merch. I mean, sorry, Stanley Parable 2 merch. The end is never the end again. This t-shirt is the best new feature. 2. It would have been funny if one of the t-shirts said like the cake is a lie or something. They're back. 2 doors. Stanley Parable 2. Love how generic all this is. Stanley Parable 2, new feature. The Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket. Well, that sounds promising. Let's go check that out.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh my god, that scared me.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I do feel more attractive holding this bucket. I'm not gonna lie. That's a real thing that I feel. They probably want me to put it back, but I won't because it makes me feel good. Now that I know what life is like with the bucket, I can't live without it. I missed a bucket. Pop your balls in my mouth. Wow, he's not gonna stop me.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Please, no screenshots. Well, what's in there? Office decorations, infinite hole.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Not the 12th birthday. Can I not open doors if I'm holding the bucket? Oh, do I have to pick or... Oh, here we go.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh, boy.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Damn, you got me. I do that all the time. I'll ask somebody like, hey, what should I do? And then I won't do what they say. It just helps me choose what I really want to choose. I do that with my stream all the time, right? I'll be like, guys, what should I play? And then everyone will pick a game. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to do this one. I don't give a fuck. They're like, wait a second. You said you were going to play this game. Why are you streaming this game? I'm like, man, I didn't think anybody would give a fuck, all right? Oh, wow. It actually added it to the screenshots. They're everywhere.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
So if I chose the opposite, still have the bucket. Oh, there's an exit. What? Wait, where did I? Oh, I was on the. Oh yeah, okay, I see. I see what's going on. Jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, it's so weird. When it gave me the ability to jump, I wasn't even thinking, I was thinking I could jump all the time. Because when you play a game, you just naturally think I can jump. Because like 95% of games have a jump button. So then I was like, oh, I can't jump. And then I got to a part where it was like, and here's the jump circle. And then I just kept on jumping. I'm like, all right, cool. And then later I was like, oh, I can't jump anymore. And then the chat was like, dude, you could never jump. And I'm like, what? Oh, fuck, you're right. Like, it's so weird. It's so fucking trippy. New game plus easy achievement. Can't believe it's that simple. Easy achievements. Sign me up. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. I feel like Vanessa Magic would really appreciate this game.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
I'm gonna get this achievement. I'm gonna prove to the world on Steam that I am a gamer. Test achievement unachieved.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me that fucking achievement, bitch. Give it to me. I haven't seen her in a while. Is she okay? I think she's just working. I think I saw her like, yeah, what was it, like a week or two ago? She popped in and resubscribed, I think. I don't know. I should message her and make sure she's doing okay. But I know that when I normally stream, she's like usually asleep or working because she's in Australia, so makes sense. Yo, what's up, Mega Man? How's it going, bro? Can I fix it? Maybe I can fix it myself. Nope. It doesn't work. Bullshit. Good man, just chill. Cool. Yeah, I'm enjoying this game. I played the original like 10 years ago.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Collectibles. collect them all. Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh my god, this is horrifying. What the fuck? Alright. I only need 5 more.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Infinite hole. Okay, here, hang on. Let's check the map. Work went well today. How's the game so far? It's great, man. I'm loving the new content, and it's been so long since I played the original game that the original game content is also, like, new to me, so I'm having a blast. This game has so much, like, replay value and, like, commentary on human conditioning and choices and, like, just the mentality on a bunch of different stuff, and it gets really meta and really fucking deep. And it's also incredibly funny and entertaining at the same time, and it's just really fucking good. So I was pretty stoked that they emailed me and sent me a key. That was a pleasant surprise. I was like, yo, Stanley Parable, I love that game. Played that in 2013, man. And it was so good. And then like they brought out the Ultra Deluxe version with like more content and stuff and like additions and all this other stuff. And they sent me a key, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I got an early key, and I'm really excited to be playing it again. A lot of people didn't even know about this game or missed out on it, man. It's a gem. Jump circle. This map. Free achievement. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Merch. Settings World Champion? Settings World Champion. Let me see what this is. Wait. What? Maybe not. Okay, well. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket, which I am currently holding. Office decorations. We already went there. Epilogue. Okay, we gotta go to epilogue. A9 is collectibles. We did that. Oh, we haven't done the infinite hole. Alright, we'll do the infinite hole, then the epilogue. And then the exit. That's just the bucket talking. Look, the bucket has me thinking and feeling things, alright? I'm not in the right state of mind. Rim depth. What the fuck? It just keeps going. Is that supposed to be the Earth?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I mean, Portal did it. They have to know that. They have to be being ironic right now. There's no way they're not going to reference Portal or say something about Portal. The bucket is reassuring me. Oh, I bet you if I fall in there, it's its own. Can I throw the bucket in there? Yuki Tatsumi 45. What's up? Welcome to the chat. Chat, do you dare me to jump in? You dare me? I don't think I can actually get rid of the bucket. I think I'm stuck with it.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
It's like
One of
Mortal
my more
Kombat.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Dude, it's like in Mortal Kombat when you get killed and then they throw you into the well.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I feel like this is a commentary on how the video game industry gets to fucking say, like, this whole thing, right? This whole, like, event area in Stanley Parable 2, like, hyping up the sequel to the game and all this. This is a giant commentary on the video game industry and how they either just straight out, like, stretch to the truth or fucking straight up lie about their sequels. And then they use very particular wording so that way if they are put into a situation where they're forced with, like, litigation, that they're forced to, or where they can actually, like, debate or argue. You know, like, you know, No Man's Sky had a redemption arc, but No Man's Sky was probably, like, one of the biggest offenders, as just an example. But, like, even something more recent like Dying Light 2, where they're talking about, oh yeah, it has 500 hours of gameplay. Oh yeah, 500 hours. And everyone's like, geez, like, what the fuck? How is it 500 hours? That's like playing Persona 3 or Persona 4 like 8 goddamn times or some shit. And those games are long as fuck. So how is it 500 hours? And then, you know, when you get into it, you realize it's not really 500 hours. It's 500 hours if you decide to do absolutely every single, like, dialogue option and have to play through the game multiple times to see every outcome or just to hear every little piece of dialogue and then do every little piece of open world content, and if you just really grind out every little ounce of anything in the game. You know, so it's a fucking lie. And it's great because this is like a commentary where it's like, it's not even true on, like, them saying, oh man, in the Stanley Parable 2, there's going to be an infinite hole. So, like, it's renovation, it's the first time a game's done this, and blah, 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 and just saying all this buzzword bullshit. But even then, it's not true, because, like, Portal's already done it years ago, right? But they get to plead ignorance to a statement, and it just becomes, like, frivolous, like it's not that big of a deal. So they just get to say shit, and there's, like, no repercussions whatsoever for it, you know? So they can just be like, oh yeah, it's infinite hole. We're the first person to do this. And not only is that a lie, but it's not even an infinite falling hole. It actually has a bottom. So it's literally not that either. And it doesn't matter because there's no repercussions. They just get away with shit. So it's like this is like this incredibly deep meta commentary on, like, the video game industry. And it's just like, yeah, it's really good. I mean, this shit is fucking crazy. This is literally what happens if you die from falling in The Last of Us. You fall forever for like half a second, then it blacks out, and you get a game over screen. Press X and respawn at the top. Oh my god, really? That's what happens in The Last of Us? It's been like so long since I played it, I forgot. So if you fall in The Last of Us, you have to push a button to like respawn to the top. So do you think this is actually a commentary on The Last of Us, which apparently beat out Stanley Parable for a bunch of awards in 2014? Huh. Makes you wish you didn't push this game aside until now. I mean, I honestly forgot it existed, and I was a big fan of it when I played it in 2013, so it makes sense. I mean, where were most of you guys in the chat like 10 years ago, right? I mean, that was like a different chapter of my life. You know, that was forever ago. So, like, I mean, for some of y'all, you were probably like, damn, bro, I was in middle school and I was using my mom's computer. I didn't even fucking have my own PC, so I missed out. So the fact that they're re-releasing it with more content, Deluxe Edition, and getting it back in the conversation, it's great, because now, like, a whole new generation of gamers are going to get to, like, check out either the demo, the original, or the Deluxe Edition, because all three of them are, like, their own game. And all three of them deserve to be played because they're their own experiences. So technically there's like 3 games. I'll say 2.5 games. Or whatever, because the demo is still really short.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Wait a minute, what if I did it again?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Whoa.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
yeah.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Yeah, that was way shorter this time.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Because I can't jump. In any other game, you would just like literally walk over this or jump over it, but you can't do that shit. I'm pushing G and it's not working.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Uh-oh.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
My teleport button's not working.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Come back! Aww. Come back. Whoa, hold on. What's that sound? My perception. Reality. Wait, hang on. What? Oh my god, there's puppies! I'm a robot now.
Stanley!
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Dude, I wanted to see all the other options. I wanted to see what other backgrounds there were. That was fucking trippy. Oh my god, I just realized how fucked up this game would be if you were actually high. Holy shit, this game would fuck you up. This game would be an absolute trip.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I still have my bucket. The game, I can't believe the game's letting me keep the bucket for this long. No, that wasn't an ending. This is still not an ending. The game hasn't even restarted yet.
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Oh, man. That's Monsoon Mike. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, maybe one of these is anime titties. No, I want to go back to the infinite hole. Let me in. There was more for me to see. Fuck. Well, I guess we'll check out the epilogue, which is, I think, let's check the map. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, Stanley Parable is a trip. I remember it being incredible, but enjoy new features. You heard Jim in the game. That's Jim. The button that says Jim. You heard Jim in the game. It's weird how the epilogue is like over here in the corner and it doesn't have like any sort of displays. Oh, it takes you up here. Settings World Champion. Oh, that's why I didn't see it. It was up here on the stairs. Oh, there's stairs here. How did I miss these? Settings World Champion. That's not an epilogue. Mostly, look, it did change. It says mostly infinite hole. Well, so much for my free achievement. Well, where's the ending at, or the exit, I guess? E. Exit. Jump. Okay, here we go. Whoa.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Someone lost their bag. Stanley Parable 2. I feel like if Stanley Parable 2 was more popular as like a niche, with like a niche hardcore fan base, this would be the type of logo and design you would see on a shirt at Walmart for like $5 or $10. Tell me I'm wrong. It would be like a red t-shirt, and this would be like the logo on the front, and it'd be like, oh damn, is that Stanley Parable t-shirt? Oh fuck yeah, I fuck with Stanley Parable, it's good shit. It'd be right next to the Mickey Mouse and Pink Floyd t-shirts, and like Cowboy Bebop and Batman logo t-shirts. Maybe a Spider-Man t-shirt here and there. What is this?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you The Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh my god, I'm in a menu. This game is an absolute mind fuck. The sequel is real. The sequel was a spoiler all along. Wait, can I actually go into the settings? Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I can. That's cool. What if I quit to desktop right now? I wonder what would happen. This game, like, if you have any form of like OCD and you're just like, I wonder what would happen if I did this or did that, you'll be stuck on this game for like fucking forever. There's so many like weird little questions that don't really matter, but they at the same time they would eat away at you. What happens if I go here? What if I do this? Can I do this? What happens if I do this? What if I turn around instead of doing this? You know, it's like, it's just, there's so many possibilities. Yeah, this isn't the real menu though. Like, the real menu says the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition, so this is still part of my playthrough.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh my god, you're right, there was a skip button.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, it's me. It has balloons
All of
now.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
What? There was a bucket? Bucket! Hold on.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Uh-huh. Hey, what's up, Neko? What'd you miss? The infinite hole, which was my favorite. You missed the infinite hole. Oh wait, it was 415, wasn't it? Oh god, which door was it, did he say? I think I fucked up. Which door did he say to do it? 417. I thought I did. Man, did I fuck up?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Yeah, dude, the infinite hole was fucking awesome. I tried to go back and do it again, but they closed the door.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
I love holes that are infinite. Well, it's mostly infinite. Oh, here it is. Oh, wait, 15 or 17? I'm getting confused.
Now, back to door number 437.
Yeah. 437, let's go.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
You got it.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Yeah, and take a shit on it. Yeah, shit on it.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Oh, here we go. 416, I got you.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Hurry up, I'm about to come!
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Damn. The narrator's sitting there smoking a cigarette. He was like, oh, fuck. He was like, oh my god, yeah, hit the coffee machine, oh my god, yeah, now go back to 4:30, oh my god. Ugh.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I did. I have a bucket now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Thank you, bucket.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I got
Still
the bucket.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No way, there's actual...
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
What?
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Oh, man. Now I'm gonna be, like, looking for these all over the fucking place, man.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
I'm coming, bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Excuse me?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Maidenless? Bucketless? No maidens. No bitches. No buckets. Dude, that was pretty cool. Man, this game has me fucked up.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Laconic Shock. Hey, the little Nani, what's up?
Ayo, almost 3 years, but cheers for that.
Hey, thanks so much for the resub, little Nani. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Yeah, 35 months. Thanks for the resub. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying, Laconic Shock. I think it's real easy for someone to play this game and then like 5-10 minutes in be like, okay, I get it. You know, it's like, you know, like different outcomes and ooh, like what's he gonna say if I go down this way? But it's like, it's so much crazier than that. It gets like really crazy and meta, and then like the world, you can't really predict what's gonna happen. Like that's the thing that makes it interesting. It's not just boring choices and you can end up somewhere else and it gets a little weird. Like you can make choices in this game, like going back, picking up an item, not picking up an item, go through this door, go back through that door, and then go back the other way, then go back and forth, confuse the narrator, and next thing you know, you're in a completely different video game and some other crazy bullshit happens. There's like so many different endings and outcomes, and it's fun to explore because you have no idea what you're gonna fucking see, right? That's what makes it fun. It's not just like, haha, the narrator's funny, right? It's so much more meta and like crazier than that. It's the same. It's like the same concept of how people are like addicted to like TikToks or like really short video content, where it's like, you know, you just consume something and it's like a couple seconds and then on to the next video, on the next video. Except for in this one, it's kind of like, because you don't know what you're going to see when you're like flipping through videos, right? You're like, it's a cat, it's a guy on a skateboard, you know, it's like some police brutality, or maybe it's like cars, or maybe like some dumb meme, or like some other dumb shit. You don't know what you're going to see next, so you just keep on sliding through TikTok, except you don't know what you're gonna fucking see. And it's the same concept here, where it's like every little decision, as inadequate, as like inconsequential as it may seem, completely changes the course of what you're gonna see in this game. So like you gotta see what happens next. Well, what happens if I go this way? What happens if I do this? And the thing is like you even have a lot of the same routes, but you can get to a certain point where the game looks like it's restarted. Like right now, I haven't restarted the game. You'll notice that all these blue balloons are everywhere. I am still in the new content version of a restart of the new content. So like, there's a bucket over there that I could pick up. Maybe I don't pick it up. You know, like, and then I could take the same path that you would normally take in the original game, but then the dialogue and outcomes are gonna be different. There's so many different fucking endings and things that can happen. You want to see them all. You're like, well, what could happen next? It's crazy. You don't know. And it gets fucking meta and funny. And like, it's got these like thought-provoking rants and dialogues. So yeah, man, it's a great game. There's a reason so many people like it. It's not like, oh yeah, this was like one of those walking simulator games before they were popular or before they got stale or whatever. Like, this is a very creative, clever game that's got multiple different outcomes. And even if you played this game for like, I don't know, like a handful of days, you probably still wouldn't have seen all of the endings probably. The wiki for this game, especially the new one's got to be pretty wild to see all the different outcomes you could get. You moved from Louisville, Kentucky to California. Wow, dude, how's California? How are you living up there? Hang on, I need to take a break and drink some water. Been playing for a while now. It's reading a choose your own adventure book. Only some of the pages are out of a coloring book. It is pretty nifty. Yeah, I'm loving the weather here. Yeah, California's pretty expensive to live at. But man, if you can afford to live there, oof. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Beautiful weather. Lots of opportunities. Thanks for the hydrate, Sky the Kai.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. Alright, this time I'm going to do what I did before, but now I'm holding a bucket. And also, I'm going to make a different choice just before the end. Oh, right, the collectibles. Trust the completionist instinct? Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room may feel pointless to be honest. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the fuck up. Shut the frick up. Maybe we're the virus. Follow the clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room. It's trying to point me in the direction of some of these collectibles. Oh, I thought maybe.
Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Let him have it. I'm actually trying to see if I can put it here. I don't think it'll let me.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Whoa.
There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
This is amazing. Holy shit.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I love the sound it makes when you slap a sticker on the bucket. That's the part that kills me.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
I'm so glad I came in here. It was so worth going in the closet. You want my bucket, broom closet? You can have my bucket. I love you, broom closet. Dude, I'd be really surprised if there's like an anime reference in this. They slap some anime titties on my fucking bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, don't go through there. That's where we went before. Let's go up.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I'm gonna go to that closet every time and get my stickers on my bucket. My bucket is so much better now that it has stickers on it. Dude, do you think you can mod the game and change those stickers to be whatever you want? Like go into the text files
the
or
elevator
something?
raced downward,
or the texture files?
plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Thank God for this bucket. Yeah, dude, I want to change the stickers on my bucket to just be like a giant fucking anime ass.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Or did I?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I fear not
The door
death.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Why would I fear death? I have my bucket with me.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh, Jesus. Really? Thought I was gonna say something. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I want to replace it with I want to replace it with a Babs sticker. Replace it with the Babs booty emote sticker and slap it on the side
But
of the
of
bucket.
course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
Nope. It's death for Stanley and the bucket.
I choose death. So you choose violence. I fear not death, for I have Bucket with me. If I die, Bucket dies with me. We die together. The fuck? What the hell? Uh-oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, jeez. Crouch!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Whoa.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Bucket? No. No, not my bucket. No. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Random office chair in the corner, okay. Bucket!
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
It's so beautiful. I think it's going to stay floating up there. Look at this beautiful